The commentary by veteran and public figure Pete Hegseth, highlighting the significant fitness barriers faced by part-time military forces. The Reserve and National Guard, collectively the Reserve Component or RC, addresses a crucial yet often overlooked vulnerability in U.S. national security. The premise is straightforward. Maintaining a fit, ready fighting force is non-negotiable. But the operational realities of the part-time soldier fundamentally conflict with the high standards of physical readiness demanded by modern military operations. Unlike active duty personnel, whose primary focus is military service, RC members balance military commitments with full-time civilian employment, family responsibilities, and often independent educational pursuits. Hegseth's analysis draws attention to the structural friction created when an individual is expected to meet active duty fitness requirements while only receiving 2 days of drill per month and 2 weeks of annual training. This arrangement creates an environment where physical capability becomes a significant personal hurdle, translating into a strategic weakness for the force as a whole. The analysis suggests that without systemic adaptation, the RC, which constitutes a vital portion of the total military capability, will struggle to meet the increasing demand for rapid and sustained deployment. Reasons and consequences of the barrier's root causes. Reasons. The fitness deficit in the reserve component stems from several interconnected logistical and systemic factors. 1. Civilian life demands. The dual life structure is the single greatest impediment. Reservists often have demanding civilian jobs, making it challenging to schedule rigorous training, especially when travel to a drill site is required. Family time and recovery are often prioritized over additional, unsupervised training sessions. 2. Resource inequity. RC members often lack consistent, free access to military fitness facilities, physical therapists, and structured, unit-led training programs that active duty installations provide daily. The expectation is placed on the individual to manage their fitness without the institutional support infrastructure. 3. Geographic dispersion. Unit members are frequently spread across wide geographic areas, making informal, unit-based physical training impossible outside of scheduled drill weekends. This contrasts sharply with active duty components, where troops live and train together daily. 4. Training tempo. The limited nature of drill weekends means time is often prioritized for mandatory administrative tasks and technical skills training, leaving minimal time for focused, high-intensity physical training necessary to maintain peak readiness. Strategic consequences. The failure to adequately support RC fitness leads to critical consequences for both the individual soldier and the military institution. 5. Reduced deployability and readiness. Unfit soldiers cannot deploy. High failure rates on mandatory fitness tests or medically restrictive profiles directly reduce the pool of deployable personnel, straining units and potentially delaying response times for national emergencies or conflicts. 6. Increased injury rates. Reservists often attempt to compress physical conditioning into short, intense bursts during drill or training, leading to non-contact musculoskeletal injuries. These injuries necessitate medical profiles, further reducing readiness and imposing higher healthcare costs on the defense budget. 7. Retention challenges. Consistent failure to meet standards, or the stress associated with balancing fitness with life demands, can lead to frustration and burnout, driving highly skilled individuals to leave the service prematurely, resulting in a significant loss of training investment. 8. Operational risk. In a large-scale conflict, a less than optimally conditioned reserve force introduces operational risk. Physical demands often exceed the minimum test requirements during actual combat, and any degradation in fitness directly compromises mission success and soldier safety. Prediction and solutions. Prediction. If the current system remains static, the fitness gap between the active and reserve components will likely widen. The U.S. military is shifting towards great power competition, requiring the RC to be more technically proficient and physically capable than ever before. Future conflicts will demand rapid mobilization and immediate entry into demanding operational environments. Without policy changes, the RC will face increasing strain, higher attrition due to injury, and greater difficulty integrating into joint operations that assume a baseline level of physical capability that the current RC training model struggles to sustain. Potential solutions. Addressing these barriers requires a multifaceted approach that fundamentally acknowledges the unique employment structure of the reserve component. 9. Financial and resource incentives. Implement a fitness stipend or reimbursement program for RC members to join commercial gyms, purchase home fitness equipment, or access local physical therapy and nutrition counseling near their homes. 10. Digital and telefitness support. The military should invest in and mandate accessible, personalized digital training platforms. These tools could leverage telemedicine and virtual reality to provide structured, remote, and flexible fitness coaching tailored to the reservist's specific civilian schedule and available equipment. 11. Flexible training schedules, flex drills. Allow more RC units to adopt flexible drill scheduling, enabling soldiers to fulfill their monthly time requirements across several shorter, individually scheduled periods, including dedicated physical training hours tracked remotely. 12. Policy acknowledgement. Adjust medical and fitness testing policies to account for the RC's operating environment. While maintaining high standards for deployable personnel, greater emphasis could be placed on preventative health and wellness, treating fitness as an ongoing, supported process rather than merely a weekend pass-fail event. 13. Integration with employer support. Encourage greater integration with civilian employers through official partnerships that recognize the time commitment required for RC members to maintain readiness, potentially through fitness-related time-off incentives. In conclusion, Hegseth's argument serves as a necessary call for realism. The reserve component is an essential pillar of the total force, and its readiness cannot be sustained by active duty standards applied to a part-time reality. Adapting policies and resources to meet the reservist where they live and work is not a reduction in standards, but a strategic investment in the nation's security.